And welcome everybody to the Kiosk Presents here in Buffalo and Western New York. You know, we have a lot of great stars on, a lot of great movies. We love going Hollywood, you know that. But we have somebody from Cirque Du Soleil, and I think I pronounced it right. Cirque Du Soleil, Worlds Away, a great movie that's on screens everywhere. And she's a 4'11" powerhouse, the star of Cirque Du Soleil, Worlds Away, Erica Lins. Erica, welcome to the Kiosk Presents here in Buffalo.
Hey, thank you. Glad to be here.
Now, I know you're brave. You hang from those straps. I've been to Cirque du Soleil, and it freaked me out and everything. I get dizzy just talking about it. But are you brave enough to try the buffalo chicken wing, extra hot?
I have to tell you, unfortunately, I'm a vegetarian, but if you had a veggie version, I would totally do that. I would throw down with some buffalo veggie wings, extra hot.
And I believe it. You got the heart of a warrior. But tell us all about Cirque du Soleil, Worlds Away. It sounds like a great movie.
So Cirque du Soleil Worlds Away is basically that they have taken 7 of the shows from Cirque du Soleil in Las Vegas and used them as kind of like the backdrop and the setting for this brand new story created by Andrew Adamson. So he's the guy that did Shrek and the Chronicles of Narnia, and he created new characters, one of which is played by me. And I am looking for this handsome gentleman played by Igor Zaripov, and we are swept away into the whimsical world of Cirque, where we meet these characters that are strange and weird and wonderful and acrobatic and extraordinary and odd. And they either help or inhibit us on our quest to find each other. It's a love story wrapped up in high-level amazery.
Now, will guys be as excited to see it as the women? Is it more aimed for the women?
I think they will be. I think there's something, one, there's a lot of beautiful women in it, you know, doing acrobatics, contortionists, gentlemen. But also, I think that there's something, it's not just a love story, it's also these incredible feats of human possibilities. And I've always found that Cirque du Soleil, as much as maybe sometimes it's the girlfriend that drags the boyfriend, but just as often it goes the other way around too.
Do you ever have any fear or concerns? Because watching you, it seems death-defying, seriously, especially the straps. How do you keep your focus on that? I mean, I know you're a consummate professional, but there's always that danger, that element of that missed moment, isn't there?
I think that you've hit it exactly on the head, that the key word is focus. Because a lot of the stuff that you do, by the time that you're putting it on stage, you've done your best to master it. That you didn't start doing it at 10 feet in the air, you started doing it on the ground, then 6 inches, then 1 foot, 2 feet, 10 feet, 20 feet. And by the time that I am hanging upside down by 1 foot with some guy, you know, holding me by one hand, I've already done that thousands of times. But the big trick is remembering that it's not something that you should get comfortable with. It's not something that you should ever be like, you know, let's think about the groceries, or I want to plan my friend's birthday party. You need to be very much present and in the moment to make sure that you really are treating every moment as a potential crisis, because it could be, but it very, very rarely is there anything that kind of is really like death-defying that happens on stage.
Well, if Worlds Away wasn't going to be exciting enough, it's being done in 3D on top. Did that create any, I mean, were there any extra problems in the 3D filming of this? Because it's got to be an amazing undertaking.
It was definitely a massive undertaking. It definitely wasn't a problem, but something it created was the presence of James Cameron, who came in and was handling the technology, and in a lot of ways he was sort of the guardian of the visuals. And we were in really good hands, basically, that we had James Cameron on set, which added this whole dynamic. He has this really meticulous nature. And then you had Andrew Adamson, who created the narrative story, and my character, Mia, and this kind of collaboration between this kind of universe of film and then the universe of live theater, and having to put them all together.
Okay, well, one other thing. I know with James Cameron on board, we know it's going to be a titanic movie, but let's talk about you personally, too, because I know you're a great humanitarian. You have several charities that you're deeply involved with. Tell us about that, please.
I specifically have, I am president, artistic director, and co-founder of Circus Couture, which uses circus fashion and art through these annual events that we throw to raise money for kids with cancer. We specifically support one clinic in Nevada that treats kids whether or not they have insurance. And yeah, and a lot of stuff toward research. But it's been this really amazing thing where if you want to find that the world is bright and shiny and extraordinary, the best thing you could possibly do is ask people if they want to help. Because you'll find that 98% of the time, they very, very much do. It's just nobody's approached them and helped them find what their gift and talent is to make this world a better place. Mine happens to be doing cartwheels, you know. can
That's
contribute
spectacular.
acrobatics.
I didn't mean to interrupt you, but I was so excited to ask you one more thing because we have a lot of cat enthusiasts. You have 3 rescue cats?
Oh, yeah, I do.
Well, everybody here loves cats. Everybody. Or, you know, to ask about the rescue cats.
Yeah,
and, you
I
know.
have 3 rescue cats named Zizix, Ruckus, and Ricochet. And yeah, rescue cats, basically, you have to earn their affection, but once you've earned their trust and, you know, they've decided that you're family, it's the most rewarding relationships you can have.
Right, that's so true. So, Erica, thank you so much for joining us. Everybody, it's Cirque du Soleil, Worlds Away, in theaters everywhere. Fantastic, 3D. James Cameron's involved. You can't miss this one. And Erica, you've been wonderful being a guest for us here on the Chaos Presents, and we thank you so much and wish you the best successes.
Thank you, Don.
Everyday life can sometimes seem ordinary. So it's natural to crave something more. To hunger for something that you can't describe. As it turns out, all you have to do is step inside.